What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy MrBaboon back with a reaction video. This time we are reacting to Roast meals rejected by everyone. So we're gonna react to this uploaded by Simple History. If you guys want to check it out, it will be down in the description down below. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you guys are new. So with that being said, we're gonna react to this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to learn about these meals that everyone rejected. We're going to try to figure out why they rejected them and all that good stuff. Alrighty. So, we're going to jump into this and let's see. Let's get into it.
MREs, meals rejected by everyone.
Here we are. There you guys go.
Humans have fought and died for countless causes on innumerable battlefields. But while many people share sympathy for the sacrifices made by the common soldier, they should probably feel worse about some of the god-awful rations they would have been forced to consume before they were killed. Biscuit browns. For many British soldiers, biscuit browns is a term that can excite fondness, disgust, and discomfort in equal measure. However, this didn't apply so much to the bowels. A staple of British Army ration packs until February 2009, many soldiers actually enjoyed these fortified vitamin biscuits, despite the rather unfortunate side effect that came with them. Described by one British soldier as 6 slices of compressed cardboard, these rather unappetizing wafers were known for their versatility and could be paired up with pâté dunked in instant soup and even mashed up in milk and sprinkled with sugar to make a rudimentary Weetabix-like breakfast meal. Yet the browns were not universally favored since they actually prevented anything brown from leaving the eater. The biscuit's tendency to constipate was undoubtedly useful on the battlefield, where all distractions, even natural ones, had to be minimized. On the other hand, biscuit browns and their unique ability to bung up the nether orifices of a soldier for as long as 3 days meant they were also widely reviled, and often used instead for target practice.
Simple History would like to thank Morgan & Morgan for allowing us to continue delivering than 800 attorneys, 24-hour service, and by a stampeding army.
There you go. We're skipping this.
With over 3 million calls and can fight.
Vegetable omelet.
The amount of money that you get on your own.
So what you going?
Click the link in the description and learn more about their services and help support Simple History.
The cheese and vegetable omelet.
Ew.
The cheese and vegetable omelet was an infamous U.S. Army meal ready-to-eat ration pack introduced in 2005. Quickly dubbed the vomlet by troops, this gelatinous beige slab not only looked like barf, but it actually tasted like it as well. News of the vomlet's notoriety would soon filter back to the branch of the Army responsible for releasing it, the Combat Feeding Directive. Desperate to make amends for the foul monstrosity it had unleashed, they soon tried to sugarcoat it by including a complimentary bag of Skittles or M&Ms and a Pop-Tart to go with it. But while these were welcome additions, it still didn't address the basic inedibility of the main course. Later on, a miniature bottle of Tabasco sauce was added in an attempt to camouflage the awful flavor, but to no avail. To the relief of all, the vomlet was discontinued in 2009 after a mercifully short 4-year production run. Yet, as anyone who has tried it will assert, the trauma it left behind will last a lifetime.
Damn. If you're an independent business, get HoneyBook. And manage your proposals,
you can just tell, just the way they describe it. You know what I mean? You can just tell.
Join the independent businesses already managing their client flow with HoneyBook. So business flows your way.
Critics are raving.
It'll give us headlines.
Air is a true crowd pleaser.
We have an ad, and I can't skip this ad. So,
the whole world is watching.
If you guys are still watching, you know what I'm saying. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, so you guys never miss a video. And if you guys want to check it out, you know what I'm saying. If you guys want to check this video out for yourself, you guys can find this video right here we are reacting to right now on your screen, down below in the description. And while you guys are heading towards the description, go ahead and hit like. You know what I mean? I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into it. Let me go ahead and like the video myself.
Embalmed beef. In his memoir, veteran Carl Sandburg vividly describes a moment of shared revulsion. A tin of Red Horse would be handed to one man who opened it. He put it to his nose, smelled of it, wrinkled up his face, and took a spit. The next man did the same, and the next, until 8 men of the mess had smelled, grimaced, and spit. Then that tin of Red Horse was thrown overboard for any of the fishes of the Atlantic Ocean who might like it. Here, Sandburg was making reference to one of the most controversial food scandals to ever grace the United States. The Spanish-American War of 1898 is perhaps best remembered for the embalmed beef fiasco, which cans of grisly, rotten beef were supplied to American troops. So called because they smelt exactly like an embalmed dead body. The meat had become rancid because it had been treated with a food preservative called formaldehyde that simply didn't work, resulting in widespread food poisoning amongst the American ranks. Following a public inquest that led to the resignation of the Secretary of War, Theodore Roosevelt, who had tasted the tainted rations himself, passed the 1906 Pure Food and Drug Act and the Meat Inspection Act, so that a repeat of embalmed beef could never happen again. Maconochie's Stew.
What?
Maconochie's stew was a well-known ration supplied to World War I troops consisting of beef, potatoes, haricot beans, carrots, turnips, and onions. Somewhat edible if warmed up, the stew's stinky side effects only became apparent when eaten cold. Known as the man killer, at a lower temperature the stew resembled a ghastly blob of congealed animal fat populated with barely recognizable chunks of meat and vegetables, and was described by one reporter as an inferior grade of garbage. If a soldier somehow managed to wolf down this stomach-churning abomination, you could be sure that shortly afterwards, his comrades, in a frantic attempt to stop their nostrils dissolving, would be on the lookout for absolutely anything resembling a gas mask. Yet most troops had no choice but to deal with the ungodly smell, usually the result of an unholy union between the turnips and the haricot beans. A private recalled how. One of the features of the night marches was the frightful stink. The Maconochie's stew ration gave the troops flatulence of a particularly offensive nature, so we marched along on air released by hundreds of men breaking wind. Essence of coffee. During the American Civil War, coffee was incredibly important for Union troops, who were each given around 36 pounds of Java annually to fill their ration packs. It was a spirit-boosting brew drunk at every available opportunity, and while the idea of some servicemen having carbines with built-in coffee grinders was a myth, there were officers such as General Benjamin Butler who were renowned for launching attacks at the precise moment the caffeine levels of his men were peaking. Thus, when it was not readily available, this could cause a huge dent in morale, leading to the creation of several coffee alternatives. The worst of this bunch was known as the Essence of Coffee, the brainchild of businessman George Hummel, which is made from the evaporated husks of coffee beans with condensed milk and sugar. Paired with this condensed milk and sugar, the Essence of Coffee was a nightmarish mess of vile brown sludge despised by Union soldiers that was often so tough it had to be broken up with a rifle butt before boiling on colder days. Even worse, this horrible slush, which caused painful abdominal cramps, was often reconstituted at the back end as a nasty stream of violent diarrhea, since suppliers often added spoiled milk to the mix to cut costs. Premium quality beef. Among the most prominent articles in the ration pack provided to the Russian soldiers invading Ukraine currently is the canned meat, which can come in several varieties that include a vegetable and meat dish supplemented with either buckwheat porridge or peas and carrots, and also in the classic form of beef goulash. While these rations may sound appetizing now, in the past they were anything but. In 2011, whistleblower Major Igor Matveyev revealed that the Russian top brass had tried to cover up a scandal in which Russian troops were fed dog food instead of beef at a military base situated in the remote Far Eastern city of Vladivostok. In a bid to save money, dog food labels were plastered over with another one suggesting the contents were in fact premium quality beef. In a video taken at the base's storehouse, Matveyev explained that according to internal documents, there should have been about 13,800 cans with 4,485 kilograms of meat inside. What he found instead were 1,374 expired tins and 3,111 cans of dog food. Although supplying additional photographic evidence of the wrongdoing, the Russian military denied all of the claims, stripping Matveyev of his rank and imprisoning him for 4 years on false charges that he had assaulted 2 non-commissioned officers. Horse blood and fermented horse milk. In the 13th century, Marco Polo, the iconic Venetian explorer, traveled to the court of the Mongolian warlord Kublai Khan, where he remained for 4 years. During his stay, Polo alleged that Mongolian warriors had a rather peculiar custom if they were in a rush to get somewhere. He stated, "On such an occasion, they will sustain themselves on the blood of their horses, opening a vein and letting the blood jet into their mouths, drinking till they've had enough, and then staunching it." Although this may be somewhat over-exaggerated, the Mongolian warriors' thirst for fermented horse milk was certainly not, for this is a beverage that's still enjoyed today by nomads in the remote Eurasian steppes. Like a mixture of beer and yogurt, this legendary and moderately alcoholic drink, which is also called erag, was certainly an acquired taste. Modern research, however, has shown erag to be protein-dense and packed full of antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects, making it the perfect tonic for battle-scarred Mongolian pillagers traveling long distances. Although the oldest, it's surprisingly the only entry on this list that was actually healthy for the consumer, and the only one that can be safely recommended. Beware of trying the others, though. Unless, of course, constipation, incessant vomiting, uncontrollable flatulence, and explosive diarrhea are your thing.
No. I'm good. No. Like,
Progressive Commercial Insurance offers affordable small business protection.
Really fast.
You can receive discounts on commercial.
The worst MRE.
Okay. Like, let me see, what was it? Okay, here it is.
In a video taken at the base's storehouse, Matveyev explained that according to internal documents, there should have been about 13,800 cans with 4,485 kilograms of meat inside. What he found instead were 1,374 expired tins and 3,111 cans of dog food.
So, they really did, like, gave those soldiers dog food. And then he ended up getting 4 years for it, too. Like, what? That's crazy to me. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I don't know. Living back then and shit's just crazy. Like, no. That's crazy to me. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, okay? I'm just gonna leave that at that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Positivity is key. Motivation is key. Happiness is key. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys stay safe. Watch out for each other. I'll see you guys in the next one. Dun, 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 dun.